early springtime, you have to put in a draw to hunt out here in Montana. Alabama, you know, you just pretty much go hunt. You know, get your license and you can go hunt. We got drawn as a party. It's two. It's hard to get a draw out here, but when you do, you take the opportunity and you come. Not a bad drive out here, but the first thing, you know, we get into camp and, you know, we're asking, all right, where's the targets? And we grab our bows. Took 30 minutes, shot our bows, everything was dialed in, and we were ready to go. Out here where we are now, the main food source that the deer are coming to are these alfalfa fields. As far as getting a pattern on the deer, you know they're coming in the afternoons to get the groceries. You know, once break of morning comes up, they're coming back to these big, vast river bottom areas full of cottonwoods, aspen, willow thickets, and they're bedding up in them. Back in Alabama where we are, it's very wooded, you know, you got hardwood bottoms everywhere. You can't see the deer like you can here. It's so wide open here, you can see the deer in a distance, what they're doing in the mornings, in the afternoons, and pattern them a little bit better.
Hey guys, me and my dad just rolled into camp here in central Montana. We're here with the Buckmasters crew. We just grabbed the spot and scope, came up here to a good vantage point overlooking these alfalfa pivots, trying to take some good inventory of these whitetails and kind of see where their movement is and trying to make a good game plan for in the morning. From what everybody's saying, there's a lot of good deer here and a lot of good movement this week, so it's shaping up to be a really good week. So hopefully we can put something together in the morning and see what happens. Man, me and my dad were super excited whenever we got the call from Jackie to draw tags here in Montana for archery season. It's always been a dream of mine to come out here and harvest a mature whitetail. The landscape of this state is just unbelievable. The mountains and the cottonwoods, especially this time of year, is just beautiful. And the first morning we were super excited, saw some bucks kind of off in the distance, couldn't really tell exactly what they were. But from this first morning, we knew that we were about to see a lot of deer this week.
The typical day out here at central Montana is get up in the morning time real early. We have either, you know, a little coffee or donut or whatever just like, because we're getting ready to go. We'll hunt till mid-morning, and then once we come in, the cooks have a fantastic, huge, big breakfast. We'll go back in mid-afternoon, we'll gather up, get ready, and we'll pick our stands, you know, watch the wind direction, and then, you know, try to get our best opportunity to get a shot. After that, come in for supper at night, and it's good food and a lot of good hospitality here, and then, you know, about that time you get through eating, it's time to go to bed, and we get ready to do it all over again. Destry has a lot of stands here at his camp. The stands were placed right, they were faced right, so you could draw any direction They had the limbs cut, the lanes cut. They're very comfortable tree stands. All of them have lifelines on them. It was nice to have it already done for you. We had a special encounter one morning, didn't have a tag for it.
That's a moose, I hear a moose. Here he comes. He's coming behind us.
Really my first encounter with a moose. I'd never seen a moose before. He's, and sure enough, he walks right by. It was about the neatest thing that's ever happened to me in any kind of hunt, so it was a lot of fun.
Well, it was another awesome morning this morning. What a cool hunt. We had does come right here across the little creek from us. And a real nice 8-point come behind us. Mule deer come back the other way. And then we had a heck of a bull moose come in behind us, come around, and hook a bush right here. Some good footage, and that's probably about the coolest hunt I've ever been on. Central Montana, this is unbelievable. No shortage of animals, plenty of game, and this is about the coolest thing I've ever done.
We've been seeing all these deer in the pivots in the afternoon coming to the alfalfa, so I wanted to see them a little closer. Mitchell and Porter set us up a ground blind next to a power pole between what they call the little pivot and the big pivot.
We got 2 or 3 real hard trails that they're coming by this double bull. And I'm ranging them. We got one about 30, 31, and we got another one about 42. And I think that's where hopefully that's where they're gonna walk down. They could just follow the trails from one pivot side to the other.
It's just like you open the gate and turn them out of a box. Here they come, a lot of bucks, had 3 real nice shooter bucks. Total deer seen in the pivot that afternoon, 100, 150 deer. It was a pretty cool thing to see.
So the next morning, we got up and decided that we wanted to go to a stand called Old Shed. And when we were walking in, before we climbed up the ladder, we went over to a trail camera we've got and pulled the card out of it. And sure enough, we had a really good deer on there.
All right, guys, we just got settled into our Millennium stand this morning. It's pretty chilly this morning.
Got the Matthews ready, go. Easton arrow knocked. We're sitting on a creek bottom this morning, catching these deer coming back from the alfalfa fields. We'll see what happens. We started seeing deer as soon as it started breaking day. And the does were coming right down the trail that we walked in on. We knew it was gonna be a good morning. Just after that, my cameraman tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Hey man, buck, buck, buck." Holy cow. Golly, what a beautiful morning here in Montana. We didn't see him go down, so we backed out. My dad came over and we went to go track him. Hot dog. There he is. All right, we've been out here with Harris hunts in Montana. We were very blessed this morning, had a beautiful morning, and had this big old joker walk by and skewered him with the Matthews.
This was a pretty cool deal. First time out to Montana bow hunting, and you get a nice whitetail like this. That's pretty cool.
Sure is.
And let's get him tagged up, and then we can go back and get some grub, and old Dad can get in the stand this afternoon, see if I can play a little catch up now.
Yeah, you still got a tag to fill.
That's right. Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too.
This is a really neat place out here in Martinsdale. We've seen all kind of game, everything from, you know, whitetails to elk to muleys to antelope, and even had an encounter with a moose. So that was pretty cool too. Destry is just a super nice guy, straightforward, straight shooter. He'll treat you right, put you on the game. I mean, we've been here all week, had opportunities, but you know, sometimes that's hunting. It's been great to bring my youngest son out here, Mitchell. He's really enjoyed it, had a good time also. And it's just, it's a really neat place.